Society is a 501c3 nonprofit that does what we like to call adrenaline therapy, and our target customer really is our combat veterans. And we like to get our combat veterans back into things that get their blood pumping, right? So anything off-road racing, on-road racing, NASCAR, skydiving, fishing, hunting, you name it. If they used to do it before their injury, we want to help them do it after their injury. So a lot of our mission really is to get veterans adaptive controls, adaptive therapy. We like to use adrenaline as the kicker for the therapy, right? And our aim really is to get more therapy methods available for veterans rather than going to the VA and getting prescribed the pills. And it's just, it seems like a better way to be able to get guys back into the swing of normal life. And it's hard. You know, we find a lot of the prescribed drugs, you know, really kind of fog up your mind and make everything a haze. And it's not a good state to be in when you're trying to recover from stuff. So I've found my personal therapy is adrenaline. Everything I've ever done in my life is always action-packed, adrenaline-packed. So after my deployments, I found this place as my therapy, and going fast and camaraderie with the group, campfires at night, no cell service. It really, for me, was the ideal situation. And when I said, hey, what the heck, there's got to be some benefit to some other guys. So we kind of just started slow, bringing out 1 or 2 guys, and you know, turns out it was actually a really beneficial thing for them, and they were very grateful for it. So that's when we said, hey, let's make something good out of this. And we then adopted the 501c3 incorporation. In 2016, I was starting my transition out of the Navy, and it was just a factor on my mind that I wanted to have a way to give back after I left service. And for me, coming out here in a high adrenaline environment, I kind of found as my own therapy. And it was one of those things I really wanted to share with other guys. We're currently in Glamis, California, and this is in the Imperial sand dunes in Southern California, and it's a massive sandbox that we get to bring these awesome off-road vehicles out here to and rip around and have a whole lot of fun. So this was a major platform for us as Greenlight Society to be able to use this off-road recreational area as part of our organization and part of our mission here. So I found this is my personal therapy, I suppose, after my deployments, to be able to come out here, decompress, relax. You know, there's rarely cell service, so you're not glued to your cell phone. There's camaraderie, there's campfires, there's just all good times to be had by everyone. So it was something I really wanted to share with you know, other veterans, and that's kind of where the idea of Greenlight Society started. Was, hey, I want to share this, and let's start getting other people out here. This is Nico. Nico was my military working dog in Afghanistan for deployment, and as I was transitioning out of the military, it was also his retirement time. So he went to the Warrior Dog Foundation in Texas for a little while, They kind of helped unwind him from his years of service, and then he came to me to hang out and become a desert rat. As a part of a charity organization, obviously we really depend on bringing in funds to make some of this stuff happen, and our big goal here is to move into adaptive controls for catastrophically wounded warfighters. So we'd really like to get more off-road platforms for the guys to drive, put hand controls on them so that they can drive them themselves. And again, you know, fundraising is a big part of that for us. So if you guys ever come across a fundraiser for Greenlight Society, we greatly appreciate every last penny that comes in. It all gets put to good use. There's no overheads. Everyone for Greenlight Society is a volunteer. There's no paid staff. We don't have any facilities that we pay for through the funds raised. All the funds, 100% of the funds that are raised for Greenlight Society go to benefit the warfighter in one way or another, whether that's flights, travel, food, water, adaptive controls, and you know, there's so many activities that we cover. All the money goes to benefit the warfighter.